Stephen A. Smith here with Mr. CEO Yungmanting. He will be taking over the Los Angeles Rams in the Gfssl League along with the USC Trojans. First and foremost, man, how are you doing? And answer these questions whenever you get a chance to do.
Well, Stephen A., I'm feeling pretty good. NCAA 26 just dropped. I get the feel and the look of the game. The game looks good. Presentation is good. Stats and everything they've added into the game thus far looks great. But I am the CEO and the owner of the Los Angeles Rams and the USC Trojans. Cali bound. But yeah, man, I feel good. I had to let my intro music roll out real quick, because the people, they going crazy. But again, I feel good. Shout out to Magdog TV. Shout out to Gaming Entertainment Network. And shout out to all the other up-and-coming YouTube channels, that's going to be featured in these college and in these Madden leagues, Gfssl. Let's get it started.
During the WrestleMania, you selected the Dallas Cowboys. But some kind of way, you were able to make a deal with Massive and switch over to the Los Angeles Rams. How do you feel about taking over the Rams? Are you excited about this opportunity?
Well, Steven, listen, during that draft, the team I really wanted was selected 2 picks in front of me by a guy named Rainwater who allegedly has played in the Gfssl before. And, sorry if the notification went off, receiving all these emails and everything. He took the Raiders. I wanted to be the Raiders. I wanted to be in the AFC West again. And I wanted to play with my favorite franchise. I even offered him a side deal. But to no avail, I will not be the Raiders in this Gfssl cycle. So I did select the Cowboys, and yes, I did strike a deal with Massive to, go ahead and, give him his Cowboys, his franchise. I wanted to play with my franchise, considering the fact that I have my franchise in the No-Name College League, which, by the way, is an excellent name, But, so, a deal was struck in, and I took the Los Angeles Rams. Just recently got off the phone with Sean McVay and a couple of the guys over there. We're very excited to start training camp real soon and to get out there and show the league what the Rams are all about.
As far as taking over USC, we obviously know you are a big Trojan fan. As long as I've been knowing you, that's all you cared about, USC Trojans. Having that opportunity to take over this football team and bringing back that hard mouth, smash mouth football, what USC is known for. How are you going to be able to do it? I know it starts with recruiting. What's your mentality as far as recruiting? Do you have a goal that you're trying to reach for this football program?
Now, like you said, I've been a Trojan, for a very long time. Even during the Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush days, Lindell White, some of the greats, O.J. Simpson, Marcus Allen. USC is a football factory, okay? USC, out of every college out there, not to kind of piss on your colleges and tell you that it's raining, but we got the most Hall of Famers in the NFL. You can look that up. You can Google that. All right? We are the football factory. Now, in second place might be the U, but nonetheless, USC is number one. Now, it does come down to recruiting, but I got some special players on my team right now. Jacoby Lane, Mr. Lemon, Eli Sanders, the son of one of the greatest running backs to ever grace the NFL, Barry Sanders' son, is on my team. Also, one of the greatest linebackers to ever play the position from the Bears, Brian Urlacher's son, Kevin Urlacher, is a Trojan, transferred over from Notre Dame. Shout out to Bear Man, you bitch. But listen, all right, we gotta get some new recruits in there, all right, and we gotta make sure our guys that are currently on the roster that they stay happy, that the playing style is to their provocative, and we keep that train going. Go Trojans. And that's another email coming across my desk. Listen, I got Tony Jennings in the back. He's working hard. It doesn't stop. Even during interviews, it doesn't stop.
Obviously, there has been some interviews that has been made before you. A lot of users, Massive, Evan, Flybaby Gaming, even some of the commissioners. Are there anything that was stated about anything, whether it's anything that was stated during any interview that you want to speak on?
Now, like you said, obviously the biggest thing, from all the interviews that I can take, the most important things from me is, the sliders. Hopefully the sliders really aren't touched, especially not, I would have to at least say year 1 through 3, at least. The only reason why I say this is because none of us are game developers, right? And we could go on Reddit, we could go to Operation Sports, we could look at some man that says he's went through the rigorous process of testing out these sliders, and these sliders make the game more realistic. But listen, if I can play a game outside of the league and it plays completely different from the game that I play in the league, right? And I'm catching losses left and right by guys in the league. Is it really a skill level thing? Or is it because of the sliders that is, that makes the drop off of the gameplay? Also, when it's concerned to the Gfssl Madden League, I will be pushing for the updated rosters to be at least implemented in year 2 or year 3 rather than year 4. The reason being is because by year 2, year 3, going from year 2 into year 3, between those 2 years, that's when the drop off of the league starts to happen. Those that are not getting close to the playoffs, that aren't able to recruit very well through the draft, that aren't able to save the dollars and attack free agency in which the manner that they want, that's a year that they usually drop off. So I figure, we need to be playing with Archie Manning year 2. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to get, instead of going 4 to 5 years, we might be able to squeeze in 6, 7 years in the Madden League. Now, that's a lot of Madden, but I mean, come on. With this year's presentation and all the implementation that they're doing into this year's game, you know, from the algorithm of the coaches, the playbooks, the play sheets, you know, I'll discuss more of that in my last review of Madden 26 that I'll be dropping very shortly. But listen, you know, we need to have these things. We need to have these things implemented. We need to have these things on the table. You know, all the interviews that I heard, they were pretty good. They were pretty decent. You know, a lot of guys had a lot of things to say. You know, Yungmanting wasn't mentioned in any of the other interviews, and we're planning on to keep it that way.
I try to keep these interviews short and precise. Last few questions, because I'm trying to keep it, as I said before, short and precise. As the league kicks off, obviously there will be pre and post game. Massive spoke about you know, you and him working together to make the leagues very exciting, and college football along with Madden potentially. Can you chime in and give us a little bit of expectations for what you guys are trying to do for us? I mean, can you give us a little snippet of what to expect? And are there any final thoughts? As I said before, I definitely want to appreciate you taking the time out to make this interview happen. And I definitely will stay in touch with you as we get close to these leagues starting. Until next time.
All right, so, you know, got to get on the move. About to be in traffic. Definitely not going to play in traffic. But, so, listen, all right, me and Massive, as well as you, Stephen. What we plan on doing and bringing to the league is we're going to bring that excitement. Dropping real soon on our prospective YouTube channels is going to be the Tony Jennings and Max Bauer show. It's going to be called The Way Too Early Show. It's going to be a feature on all the teams in the franchise per episode, different episodes, where we're going to talk about, you know, in-depth rosters, positions, and also, you know, there will be weekly shows that will drop about the respective teams before the league starts, as well as who could potentially be in the playoffs. We'll have more shows around the playoffs. We're definitely going to implement Stephen A into some of those. As far as the Gfssl League, we're going to break down the divisions, break down the conference, you know, and talk about playoff contention. Now, also, at the end of every season, we will be doing a mock draft show. Now, normally, when we've done our mock draft show, you know, there's been some users that pay attention. They pay attention to the picks that we prospectively project them to pick, and some users don't. So, you know, but, I mean, hey, in both leagues, if we're all subscribed to each other's channel, then, you know, we can support it. We can give it a view. We can give it a like. You know, watch it prospectively. Leave a comment. You know, the whole point in us implementing the YouTube for both leagues is not only, you know, to give everybody a different avenue to, you know, head down monetization, but, you know, YouTube is fair. And it's unlike, you know, Twitch, where you have to archive this, and this has to be archived and that, and all of that. So, you know, we're going to get together. We're going to do these shows. We're going to have, you know, these different shows, the Way Too Early show, and, you know, all this information out there, you know, about the league, and we're going to hype it up. Now, I do know that at least for the Gfssl,
Madden League, Tony Jennings will be chipping in per season towards that pot. Prospectively, he might be doing that as well for the NCAA no-name league. So listen, I looked the other day at the no-name college league, I believe it was, and prospectively, it only had 9 subscriptions. Listen, there's damn near 30 people in both prospective leagues. Now, you guys got to do your part. You got to subscribe to that, and you got to subscribe to other people's channels. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free. Now, I'm not saying that, 5 days out of the week, you need to watch my channel, spend at least 100 hours on my channel per week. It would be nice. It would. Because I got different things coming out for my subscribers. The nomads, nomadic, we in there. Also check out Goon Nation for nomadic merch coming soon. But listen, let's support one another. Let's subscribe to each other's channels. I mean, again, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So we should be doing that. And like I said, we got some shows coming out. So, it'd be nice if the very first video we dropped could get 30 or 40 something views, and that's from both leads prospectively. But if it only gets 30 views, it only gets 30 views. But I mean, come on, guys. It's real simple. You could play it in the background and you don't even have to look at the images on your screen. You know what I'm saying? You could just listen to it, comment to it. It'd be nice. But, so, ending this interview, I'm going to be a part of the NFC West, and I'm going to be a part of the Big Ten. And, respectively, in the Big Ten, you can call me Leonidas. I'll try to make my way to the playoffs, produce great recruiting classes, produce great men that go to the NFL. Don't just want graduates. They're walking out with degrees, but there's going to be a lot of men that walk out and go to the NFL. To the rest of the league, respectively, good luck with your seasons. Shout out to OJ, the Bears. Can't wait to see those guys out there on the field. Can't wait to see the Jets. You know what? I'm just going to send shots. All right? I'm going to send shots. There's a couple of you guys over there in the AFC, and there's a couple of you guys over there in the NFC. I got a lot of rope. Right? I got a lot of rope. And I'm planning on hanging some of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. Good luck with your seasons. Stephen A. Gonna get ready to hit the road. I'm taking a trip up to Detroit. I'm taking a trip up to Detroit because respectively. But yeah, shout out to the Gfssl. Shout out to the No Name College Leagues. Shout out to Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Putting that thing together like that. By the way, before I end this, because I know it's long-winded, but check this out. For any of you guys that's over there in the Birdman, no crying league, hey, listen, I wish you the best, but I'll never join another league that sorry sack of shit is in. Because here's one thing that you need to know about me. If I offer you an olive branch and you spit in my hand or you turn my hand away, I'm not a Christian and I don't believe in religion. I'm more of a spiritual being because, we are spiritual beings living a human existence, living in a human experience, right? We're spiritual beings that are living a human experience. You damn well better believe. If you turn away my olive branch, when I offer you an olive branch, I'm just gonna burn it down. So, Yungmanting signing off. Great interview, by the way, Stephen A. You know, we got to get up because soon, you know, Madden will be out, but we're going to make sure that we get this Tyler shit out first, and then we're going to focus in on Madden. So I'll see you real soon. And, you know, I'll talk to the rest of you guys. And make sure you print all this. Print all of it. And put it out there, you know, because USC, rest in peace, OJ, Reggie Bush, greatest college player of all time. We fight on. You know what I'm saying? Heisman. Oh, my quarterback, Mayava, Caleb Williams 2.0. You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh, last but not least, win, lose, draw or tie, Raider Nation till I die. The only nation in the NFL. Don't put nation on none of that other shit. There ain't a fucking Cowboy Nation. There ain't a Steeler Nation. There ain't a Bucks Nation. There ain't a Jets Nation. There ain't a Commanders Nation. Do you understand? It's only one nation, and that's Raider Nation. I holla.